I've got to be honest, I never saw myself having to make a video like this, but because I want to be open and honest with you guys, here I am, I'm doing it. For those of you that are close to me, you know that 4 weeks ago, I left to go on a trip to Vancouver to visit Tempest and her family. And during that time, I had a close friend who's taking care of the reptile room. For those of you that want to be brought up to speed, although I haven't shown you guys much of this place yet, for those of you who don't know, all my animals are in a small commercial space now. Everything has been going great in this space. The animals are doing well. The temperature is right. However, about 2 weeks ago, on the last weekend, during my time away, I received a phone call from my close friend who had come into the room for the evening to, feed and water and do the regular routine. And he informed me that the temperature in the room was exceedingly high, which for those of you that keep or understand how Reptiliatus need to be kept, leaf-tailed geckos do not do well at high temperatures, particularly species in the Ebanawi group. So my fans were the main thing I was worried about. And depending on how high of a temperature we're talking about, of course I was worried about all the other species I keep. I said, okay, don't panic. Start looking around, call me back in a few minutes, and we'll see what happened. Those few minutes were not fun for me because I had no idea what I was about to hear. So my friend called me back and he informed me that he had found several dead fans. So yeah, my heart fell or sank into my stomach. It's not fun times. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not much of a crier, so please don't interpret this lack of display of emotion as me not caring. I was very devastated, and although it's been 2 weeks, it's still really bugging me. But what had essentially happened is while I was away, the furnace wasn't working properly. The furnace to our unit is more or less inside my room, or very close to my unit. The thermostat, however, is in someone else's unit. And because they had been keeping their door open, it's sort of a garage, if you will. The thermostat kicked in to tell the furnace to pump out more hot air and stay on longer to bring it to the set temperature. Because my unit is the closest unit to the furnace, my room got super hot. And unfortunately, because I don't have my climate control AC unit on yet, saving it for the summer, and I haven't had any issues yet this winter, I wasn't prepped for this, and the shelving unit closest to the air vent experienced an extreme amount of heat. Unfortunately, just about every fan on that rack passed away. And all loss of life is unfortunate and tragic. Unfortunately, one of the losses was indeed Mushroom, who many of my viewers have come to know and love. She was the special needs Fantasticus. So Mushroom unfortunately passed away. And yeah, it's not fun. 3 male fans and 2 babies that had recently hatched. Among the other animals that were lost to the heat were a male tokay gecko that I was trying to acclimate and keep in an ICU as a surrender here. It was a new surrender. My pair of Pyrodura picta, my panther geckos that many of you have seen in the mating video that I posted back in the summer. I did end up losing a few of my tarantulas, specifically Theraphosa stermes. They're very large-bodied animals for spiders, and they require a lot of hydration to stay healthy, and when they dehydrate, it doesn't take long for them to do very poorly. So unfortunately, I have 4 of those left. And yeah, that's it. So I right away contacted my landlord and we talked about the situation. he's really supportive, and the first thing we looked at is how we can make sure this never happens again. So we move the thermostat for the complex into my unit because I'm the one who really needs that specialized temperature the most. And since then, we've been monitoring everything closely, and there have been 0 issues. The thermostat kicks off as soon as the temperature gets close to the threshold it should be at, and everything's been fine. I'm very thankful that although most of my other vents weren't looking so great, a lot of them were on the ground trying to cool down. I'm grateful that I didn't lose any other animals, but I just wanted to let you guys know that unfortunately I did lose some animals a few weeks ago, and it really sucked. So, I know there are a lot of fans of mushroom and the Fantasticus in general, but I want to apologize to everyone who really did love mushroom. I like to think no one loved her as much as I did, but I'm sure this hurts more than just me, and for that I'm sorry. I've done everything in my financial and able power to make sure that this doesn't happen again, but mistakes happen to the best of us, and I can't say much more than that. So thanks again, guys, for listening to me blab about this. Sorry if I'm being a little awkward, but it's a bit of a sensitive topic I've been sort of keeping to myself for a while, and I don't really want to be all vulnerable, but there's probably going to be a few people bashing me for this, maybe, but you learn the hard way sometimes. So I know that my animals going forward are going to be safe, and I'm not going to have to worry about heat claiming anyone's lives anymore. Thanks again for watching, and I'm looking forward to posting more positive content for you all to enjoy soon. Take care, guys.